All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, wherever in the world you are. How y'all doing today? So, we of course have got more mining today, but also we're going to go searching for J0s and Jambulators. So, now those of you that are here right in the beginning of the show, take note that Jambulators are not real. They are fake. Don't, think that this is really something we're going to go looking for. It's just something that's come up in the last couple of shows on YouTube. People saying that they are locating them in Null. And so I just figured I was going to play on that. And so everybody else who comes in late, yeah, now you know. So, but everybody else who comes in after this point, be like, I haven't found any yet. I'm still looking. So, all right. So, we'll see how that goes. It'll probably go poorly, but we do have a giveaway today. Woohoo! We have got a Procure skin here. So you can get in on that, ! Giveaway. And you got to have an account in the store. And then add this to your cart in the white box here. Put in your game name, Twitch name, YouTube name, whatever name you want me to read off when you win. And then, we'll draw near the end of the show. If you're not here when we draw, no sweat, because we will send it to you anyway. Hello, Josh and Mir. Okay. So, I have got several characters out here mining right now. I've got 6 of my 7 active Omega miners out. I've got one more guy that is going to be searching for the J0s, which are a real thing. And so we're gonna, work up a a route and see what we can find. If we can find a J0, we are going to park someone in it. And so J0s are, let me show you here. So J0s are these right here. And they are, I'm specifically looking for the C2s, C3s, and C4s. There's one C5. And so these are shattered systems. These are shattered wormholes. And the shattereds are a place where you cannot, I repeat, you cannot put in a station. And so they are much more difficult to work in. But that can be very profitable. And I'm hoping that next month, when we are doing a lot more wormhole focus, that we can take fleets into some of these J0s, these shattered wormholes, and make out well. And so I have found 3 of these so far. One of them is a C4, and the other 2 are C2s. So there is, let me take the C1s off of there. Or, I don't know, I'll leave them on there just in case. I mean, we'll look. If there's something really interesting in them, well, then maybe I'll park people in there too. But there's 26 of them. And so what I've done so far is to take the, I've made alpha accounts for each one that I've found. And I parked a alpha exploration pilot in them. And now when I want to go there, I log into my alpha. Of course, I can't have all these other accounts going. The alpha can only be the only one that is logged in when you're using an alpha. But I'll log it in. I will scan down its high-sec wormhole, find out where it goes, and then I can report that to myself. And I can go and enter the wormhole and work it. I also can monitor what's going on in there. And so I can, you know, kind of keep an eye on whether or not it's busy in there or whether or not it's empty and nobody's noticing it or whatnot. So I hope that we will be able to take advantage of those. And it's really kind of a difficult task. We will be sometime next month. It could be a little bit longer than a month. We're going to be putting up a station in a wormhole, and we will have some wormhole fun with that. But with that said, you need to plan on losing everything. It's just how wormhole life is. When a station blows up in a wormhole, it drops everything. Just saying. All right. So now looks like I need to get on some more ice here. I am in the ice here in the in a gall, and we're going to be looking for some other sites to mine. So let's see here. Okay, get that guy. He's going again. So I have gotten a little bit of ice this morning. The ice field was actually left over from last night, because whenever server up, there was only about 5 or 6 bergs here, which means that it hadn't been cleared before downtime. So, and we'll mark the time that this gets cleared, because then I can come back to it. So, all right, we're gonna look for some good ore to mine, and we're going to start with my scanning character. The ice is fine. It'll last just a little bit longer, but we'll take this guy out and see what we can find here. Stock boot, hello. Yes, day is going good. Just started. Okay, I'm going to go next door and start scanning there. So if you want to get into Fleet, X up in Moonminers channel, and get into Fleet, and then in Fleet we will be telling where, you know, where we're working. Squad leader position. If you're in Fleet, please do move to a squad leader position and help out with people who X up to get in, adding them to the fleet, if you will. Looks like some people are helping, which is great. All right, perfect. Okay. Let's see what we got here.
The asteroid is depleted. Warp drive active.
You, sir, rock.
All right, Grecker, 35 months. Ooh, I don't have my log up. All right, glad I saw that. Let me fire off the log here. Get it up and running so that my log of events with that stuff really helps me make sure that I don't miss the goodness of Grecker. 35 months as a sub, and 1 month away from the 3-year mark. So next month you're gonna have a new dragon, buddy, and that is 700 gold to everybody here in your honor. So thank you, thank you. All right, that's up and working now. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got Crocite, Proxiers, Jaspit. This isn't bad. This is a they tout reprocessing here. Let's see what they say in the bio. Mining is open for everyone. Just join us. If you'd like to support the fuel expenses, donate 1% of your mining yield to this person. Reprocessing 1.5% tax. Base yield 52%. Office is 0. Do not tolerate gankers, stealing, and scam. It's cause you to ban. If you are brave, go to nullsec. All right, and that's in Russian too. Guys, they asking for 1% is not the right amount. I really recommend everybody at least 10%, because you need them to not just barely cover the fuel. You need them to profit on it. They need to be motivated to continue to to pull ore and everything. So it's just too low. And if you're on good stuff, which like Crocite is in the good range, Jaspit's in the good range. Crocite and Jaspit is in the 15% range. If it was like Arcanor and Nice, that's the 20% range. And but if you're mining all zeolites, then definitely 10%. So, yeah. All right, more interruptions from Fincia. 10 months as a sub. There's 100 gold to everybody here in honor of your interruption. All right. So, okay. So officially, it looks like this place is good. Yeah. So that has been posted in Fleet. Okay. There's not many people here. There's actually quite a fair amount of stuff here. So there's a good amount of mining here. Let me move a guy over there. So this guy, there's only one rock left over here.
Warp drive active.
I mined 3 million worth of kernite this morning over there. Well, actually, he came back in. All of them had to come in and offload this morning. All right, Tanker. Thanks for that. Maybe I'll get a little World of Tanks time tomorrow. Or tonight. When you guys say something looks like it's pretty close to getting ready to pop, yellow beam would be pretty close, ready to pop. They turn yellow at about 90k from the outer docking rim. So those lights on the outer docking rim, you get right in between the beam, right in the beam there, at the furthest point, and then measure how far out the moon chunk is, and about 90 kilometers is where you will that's where you are. Why not stream it? Oh gosh. So it's a lot more work to stream a game than it is to play it, and so yeah, I don't know. I probably won't stream if I play any World of Tanks. So, yeah. So, just so you know. I do love World of Tanks. I really do. So.
Warp drive active.
So, it's like we busted out another one here. Oh, nobody's on that one. All right. Well, let's do it. The quicker we get this ice field done, the quicker it'll respawn. Does that make sense? Right. Farming Simulator 19 sucks hard. Space Dwarfed. Jambulators or something that people are reporting getting a null on my YouTube channel. And J0's is a J0 wormhole. I wrote it out as J0's that way because it the number 0, it just doesn't look right. Okay.
Warp drive active.
Oh, he's going to the exact same one I'm going to? Okay, how'd that happen? Okay, we will choose a different one. That's
Warp
was
drive active.
interesting. Out of all of those, we chose the same one to go to. And Brian, I've really enjoyed Farming Simulator 19. I mean, I'm just saying. All right, he's up and mining again. Very good. And of course the rats show up. All right. Well, he's gonna be on his own with the rats. Okay, so that's a pretty good field in here. Let's check out every place else in here.
Active.
See what we see. This is my scanning ship, and I'm using it for, well, we're looking at the stations right now. This one's low power, not active.
Warp drive active.
Do I still play Farming Simulator 19? I have not played it in quite a while, but I have enjoyed what I've played, and maybe when they come out with some updates, I'll do some more. Okay, so what is here? I just found another site. This has Crocite, Bistot, and Jaspit. It's a pretty nice moon. There's a lot of stuff here as well. Let me you can always find a lot of stuff on the weekends. There's always plenty of mining on the weekends. All right. So, oh, I didn't look to see if these guys were public or not. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's the DUFRO guys, and they encourage 10% tips. They have an interesting request that's not like other places. They ask for you to join their public channel and say hello, and then I don't remember if they bill you or not. But they flag people based upon whether or not they tip and stuff like that. And I've not mined at one of their locations yet, but I have seen them in the Moonminers channel before, so they're part of the community. Have I tested Satisfactory? I have not played Satisfactory yet. I just haven't had time. How do they bill you? They look at the logs for mining, and then they send you a bill. And then they send you an email. Or maybe it's just an email that's a bill. I know you can bill corporations. I don't know if you can bill individual players, but then you pay the bill. There are some of them out here who say that they will bill you, which is, to me, it seems like a hell of a lot of work. But people that want to, you know, keep you know, things, I don't know. There are some people who want to do it that way. And of course, they put the effort into putting the station up and everything. It's worth our effort to try and acquiesce to how they want it. Yes, the dramatic voiceover, we will find other ways to bill you. Okay, this one still has some stuff at it, but it's just some bit lumens. It's junk.
Warp drive active.
So I think we're only going to have to look at this system, and then we can get underway with finding more stuff. What? I found another one. Holy cow, everybody's popping on the weekends. So this one has Bistot. I flew through something that exposed me. Okay, let's see what they say here. It's not the beacon. $10 to 20%. Das Bootman. Yeah, I've seen him around. So
You, sir, rock.
all right. Another one. Great.
Active.
So, McScandalous, thank you for 5 months as a sub. There is 50 gold. Everybody here in your honor, thank you for that support. What's next best
You,
ore
sir,
hauler
rock.
after Asmos? Well, that's the Galante one that is specific to ore. How much space does Miasmos have? Doofus Doofington. All right, awesome awesomeness name. So, Doofus, let's hook you up. Thank you for the support. There is 1,000 gold to you. Spend that however you want. Dungeon raids, dancers, or the Space Prince. And everybody give it up for Doofus Doofington. Because of them, another 10 gold. Everybody here in their honor. Is it strange that I so casually say people's names like this and do it so fluently and so well? Like if we were in a restaurant and I said, oh, hey, Doofus Doofington, you know, and the table next door would be like going, what? Yeah. So, right, another bird down. 2 left. Okay. So she's getting mining again. Uh-oh. Let's check my other guy out here. Yeah, this is the one that not been looking at the screen. Let's see, there's 2 on there, 2 on there, 3 on there. All right. Try and keep them a little equal here. Next one that goes out, I'll have a couple that'll have to tend to at the same time. Don't think I'll end up filling this up, but I mean, it's a good haul so far. Right, check out
Warp drive active.
a few other stations in here. See if we find more. We've actually got quite a bit. I'm sure there'll be more popping today. It's just kind of the nature of the beast, is that there's a lot of them that pop on the weekends because that's when people have more time to play. Mondays is only a bit of remnants left over at best. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are probably the lowest days of finding ore.
Warp drive active.
Orca's next logical step for ore capacity? Yeah, actually it might be. As far as transporting though, you're going to want to move to a DST. If you're looking for an actual industrial, the largest industrials are DSTs, Deep Space Transport. Miasmos is Galante, so you'd be looking at an aquator. So, that can do 62 blocks. That is Tech 2, you get into a lot more money. An Orca, though, I mean, if you're flying something, an Orca is, you know, basically 250,000 to capacity. Or, I mean, you go up all the way to a freighter. Orca's next logical step, though, if you are actually mining. Oh, Miasmos holds 63,000 at level 5. Well, there you go. Stay cheap and just get it up to level 5. I think you have to get to level 5 anyway to go to the Tech 2 ships, to go to an aquator. So, yeah, so if you're wanting to stay cheap, just get that up to level 5.
Warp drive active.
It'll take you a little while, but you'll be carrying more than the value of the ship. You know?
Warp drive active.
I am training one of my guys on all the rest of the industrial ships and freighters. Give it 6-7 months or so, I'll have that all trained up and on all of them.
Warp
And
drive active.
then maybe we can do some stuff fits for each race and everything. Yeah, aquator. I'm sure what they mean.
Warp drive active.
But if you get any jambulators, you know, you could put those in, and those will dramatically increase how much ore you can haul.
Warp drive active.
Okay, only a few more to look at, and then we're gonna go scanning stuff. Find us a. Oh, hey, there's no station here. Oh, another iceberg just went down. Okay, everybody on the last one. Oops. Nope, that one went down too. Never mind. Alrighty then.
Warp drive active. Warp drive
Okay.
active.
Take all these guys back to drop all their stuff off. And then I'm going to send them someplace. I think I'm going to send them all to the same place, so it makes it pretty easy to figure out who to pay. When I split them up at a bunch of different stations, it gets a little funky. Okay, they should all be going back. And oh, I have one of these guys still has an ice drone out. Shit, am I gonna lose an ice drone? One of these guys? No. I forget that I got this guy hidden in here. There's something wrong with the returning, with it saying returning on the drones. They've already returned. I've noticed this a few times. But there's been something wrong with that. They'll continue to say returning, and I've only seen that on the ice drones. I think it's a bug. Any tips on what to do while being bumped? Yeah, just don't react to them
Docking
and
permission requested.
stuff,
Docking request
and
accepted.
you can just start trying to warp to someplace.
Docking
leave it
permission
on.
requested.
And, you know, maybe there's a reason they're bumping you. Maybe they don't want you there. Maybe there's a better place for you to be mining. Or if it's your own place, well, then that's a whole different story. So. Okay. I think.
Docking request accepted.
We're going to change systems. I'm going to take them all to the same place.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
You know, moving a whole fleet's kind of a pain in the ass. Got 4 of them here.
Warp drive active.
Syrup, thank you for following. Welcome.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright, offload this guy. Send him over as well.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Warp drive active.
All right.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Okay, I think I got them all. Heading over. T Jacker, thank you for following. Welcome.
Welcome to the Dragons. Welcome to the Dragons.
Androgynous means that your dancer is named Pat. Nabistrum and Billy Got Talent, thank you for following. Welcome. That drone returning issue is a known bug according to CCP forums. All right. Your dancer can also be named Kelly and can also be named Kim. Those are other possible names for an androgynous dancer. Can also be named, no, not Tim, Kim. Yeah. Can also be named Chris. See, somebody wrote that. Morgan. Yeah? Terry? Yep. Steph? Sure. Yeah.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Hey, they are all out at their own rocks now. For the most part. Yes, and in the case of George Foreman's children, they can be named George. Known fact, all of George Foreman's kids, all are named George. All of them, boys and the girls. Okay. Now, each one of these, try and get them on a rock that's not being done. It's hard to tell from so far away sometimes whether or not somebody's on the rock. That one looks free. So I've got all four of these guys mining here. Let me try and get these other ones on stuff. Oh, this guy, somebody's on it already. And that. I only got 2 accounts that are off the show today. Yeah, all my orcas are fully maxed out on both ice and ore. I have a couple more orcas which are currently sitting as alpha accounts. At least one of those is fully maxed out as well. I just haven't got them as omega at the moment, and so I'm not using them. I don't want it to become a grind, you know, doing this stuff. I don't want it to be a job. I want it to be enjoyable. That's important to me. All right, everyone's mining. There's plenty more here too. This is it's a pretty good sized field. All right, So we got just a few more places to check in here. I probably don't need to because we found 3 sites. 2 of them are very solid. Somebody tried to make fun of me yesterday for doing a mining show, and I'm like, sure, you can make fun of me. Who do you think provides all the ore for building your ships?
Warp drive active.
You were mining a null sack, hemoferrite, high assist per hour with the retriever, which is about... Yeah, hemoferrite is not what I would recommend these days. Maybe it was good. They do change in values depending on what's needed in the market. But, hemoferrite has never been top of the list. Yeah, and Marshall Craft, we're doing all this in high sec. You're welcome to come out and join us. Even in a retriever, except retriever is really the first one to get targeted. Well, maybe the second one, because hulks get targeted too. Here's another moon that's available. It's on the list. I don't know what it is, but there's nothing here.
Warp drive active.
All right, and here's where we're all at the moment. So there we go. Okay, that's all found. Great. So now we're gonna start in on the searching for the J0s and see what we can find. This scanner character, I'm really impressed with them now. I'm able to scan down wormholes in two cycles, which is pretty good because I was doing 3 at max, 3 at best, usually 4 previously. So now I'm getting them pretty much in 2 cycles, and I probably have 90% of the time I can get them in 2 cycles. So. See, 2 cycles. Look at that. All right, let's go check that out.
Warp drive active.
Porpoise or Orca? Always Orca. Go towards Orca. Porpoise is not tanky enough. Hello, Xeno. I mean, you can do a porpoise if you really want to, but it gets targeted for others. It's not as tanky, can't hold as much. Actually, it can't mine it as fast either. So, okay, unstable, unknown parts of space, beginning of decay, larger ships. It's not been significantly disrupted. Okay, this has a chance of being a J0. Literally, about 1 in 100 of these is a J0. No, this is not a J0. So, interesting. There's a lot of customs offices in here. There are some sites, but not very many. Yeah. All right, we're headed back out. Well, I run a mining op where you make holes and belts in high sec. So, I mean, you're talking about like actually doing the high sec asteroid belts. So, okay, I'll clue y'all in on something. There's an industry index in each one of these systems. You don't really see it too much in high sec. You see it more in Null, because I actually have the indicators up near the system up there of what the indexes are for the system. But it involves the more that ore that is mined, and then sites have chances of spawning. And in a gall, I think it was, I saw that there was a large omber spawn, and so now I don't know if mining of moons contributes to this, but mining of belts does. And so you can pump those up in HiSec, and but I don't know how to see the index number. And I don't know if we would have to actually mine the belts. But you could to get these other spawns to happen. But in HiSec, though, I don't really know that it's worth it. In NullSec, you can get these spawns that are, there's one called enormous, there's another one called colossal and stuff, and they have literally an enormous amount of ore in them, and they are they're spawns based upon the index in the system. And so I'm not sure there'd be much point of doing that in HiSec, but you look in the industry icon in the facilities tab. Well, where are you talking in structure browser? Hover over. So where am I hovering to show the index? I actually don't know. Not structures. Hover over any facility, and it should show the system index. But wouldn't that shown the? I don't know what you're in the industry tab. Okay, in the industry tab. But isn't that for building? Isn't that for building things? Okay, facilities. But this doesn't show for mining. This is only for industry. So, I mean, you're talking about this. So these are the and these are not. Okay, so these are system cost indexes. Which these are penalties. I'm talking bonuses. So this doesn't seem to show it to me. In NullSec, it shows up here. You have some little icons that show up here, and it'll tell you what the index numbers are in the system. And there are different indexes that you use for different reasons, and some of them being stuff like, there's the defense index, there is a mining index, there is an industry index, and there's some other stuff. And those directly equate to bonuses and not deficits like this. So the more industry you do in a system can have more, the costs go up. And actually, I don't know if there's costs in Null. Actually, I don't remember. I'm trying to find another moon for this other guy. Or another rock. They seem to all be taken up. Alright, that one's not. So, anyway. Yeah, so this is a little bit different. These are your cost indexes instead of the bonus indexes. Alright. It's all good. So, Okay, I need to make route here. See, I don't really know where I'm going. All right, and then lead us back down to this neighborhood. All right, it's a bunch of jumps, 34 jumps, 34 opportunities to find wormholes. So, oh, that one is getting double lined. All right. Well. Okay, I'm going to step away for just a moment. Be right back, and gonna see if we can find some of these elusive J0s. Right. Let's head on through.
Warp drive active.
So as far as if you alter, if you come across J0, yeah, you can tell me what high-sec system it connects to. But if it has any decay or whatnot, then I wouldn't bother, because it'd probably take me a little bit of time to go see it and find it, and it could very well be gone before I get there. So...
You, sir, rock.
Bruce Wayne says, Marky, you lied, or maybe I'm dumb, and didn't understand you. What I thought you said was that the sensor booster with ECCM script would make you harder to be scanned with combat probes. I didn't lie. If you put them on a battleship, though, that doesn't work. You put them on a frigate. If you run 2 of them, you're extremely hard to scan. If you run 3 of them, you are nearly impossible. So, yeah. You have 2 J0s, you put sitters in them a month or so ago? Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be interested in hooking up to get the info on where those are. Come on, let me grab the damn thing. I really hate these pop-ups making it impossible to grab some of these things sometimes. It does frustrate me. I don't know, maybe there's a better way to do it.
You, sir, rock.
Alright, Demon-born. Oh, we got a couple of them here. So, Incisive, 11 months as a sub. There's 110 gold to everybody here in Incisive's honor. And then Demon-born, 33 months as a sub. There is 660 gold to everybody here. So is that right? Yeah. So, thank you very much. 33 months. Marky, losing ISK, searching for trash wormholes when another orca could be mining. Right. So, yeah. How horrible that that I would go looking for this stuff.
Warp drive active.
What a waste of time. And side quest, cheering 100 bits. Thank you for that. There is 100 gold to everybody here in honor of SideQuest's 100 bits. And I'll put another buck on the show fund. So thank you, thank you. Right. Is there anything in here? I was in here before. All right. Continue on.
Warp drive active.
Use the arrows to help move the probes. I do sometimes, but I don't always like to. If I can grab the box, I want to grab the box. But yes, that's what I did secondary.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Nert. thank you for the sub on YouTube. Two signatures in here. All right. Could move that wording on this. There is let's see, in here there is moving messages, and
welcome to the Dragons.
Move this down here, or yeah, down here, kind of below the stuff. All right. You can move messages around. Now it won't pop up over the top of my my probe stuff here. SideQuest, thank you. And Papa Jenny. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. Hey, that is not interesting. It's not a wormhole. Not searching for anything but wormholes. Yeah, there's no point in taking a retriever. I see that conversation going on. Jambulators are something that people are reporting finding in nullsec. Another wormhole. See if I can keep my streak going of finding them in 2 scans. Look at that.
Warp drive
I love this
active.
ship setup, this character. It's working very nicely. Saving a lot of time on scanning. A Z971. I don't see these very often. Unknown parts of space. Beginning of decay. Medium-sized ships. Yeah, it probably goes to a C1. Most of the time. Those are going to a C1. We'll go in and take a peek. I am willing to look around at J0 C1. Got a capsule out here, which means there's some action happening. There's a few things around here. It's probably a C2. Not what I am looking for. That also is not a static. It'd be a B274 if it was static. It's another requirement that I have. That they have a static high-sec wormhole. There actually are more shattereds that do not have statics to high-sec. The ones I'm looking for right now only have statics to high-sec. Buckazaurus, thank you for following. Welcome. J0 equals shattered, yes.
You, sir, rock.
And Wubbaduck, 20 months as a sub. There is 200 gold to everybody here in your honor. Thank you, thank you. Okay, nothing else to scan down in here.
Warp drive active.
Playlist is done playing. Let's play some good piano music. I haven't listened to some good piano music in a while. There we go. That message popped up down there now. Not in my way. Not right in the middle of my scan stuff. Which is nice. Okay, so this is probably not a wormhole because I would have identified it. This has been my experience so far. I'm not equivocally saying that this is not a wormhole, but it's been my experience so far that if I don't get it on an 8AU scan to come up to say that it's a wormhole, it's not a wormhole. See, it's combat site. I'll keep scanning those and testing that theory, but it might mean that if I do an 8AU scan on one of those and it doesn't come up saying a wormhole, I just move on. I see you guys talking about retrievers still. When you're flying retrievers, you consider them to be disposable. So you just want to try and mine like 10 times worth of cost to the retriever for every time you lose it, type of thing. Ooh, look at all these signatures in here. Okay, so this Haji. Okay, so we were talking about the fact of the deposits that I was seeing in here. Here's a large Amber deposit, which Amber is really not very good worth. I'm going to fly over to it and we'll look at it. So it will have a bunch of asteroids here. This is a spawn that comes up from mining activity. So it has some golden amber, some amber, silvery amber. These different types really kind of indicate the size on them. And the problem with mining these is, oh my god, do they go quick. I mean, just so quick. It's like lickety-split and they're all gone. And you're really micromanaging a lot of stuff, especially if you're with an Orca. If you're just a single ship, it's not hard because when it disappears, you just find the next, aim at the next closest one. But when it is, when you're doing it with like an Orca and drones or whatnot, I mean, they are just go snap, 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 and they're gone. I didn't get that wormhole on the second shot. Why is that? That's my first one that I failed on. Scanning difficulty level 1. Maybe I wasn't right on top of it. Try again.
Warp drive active.
Probably multiple wormholes in here. Go up and try the Avatar. It's still going strong. We still support the game. Just haven't been playing it very much on the show. So what is this? Unknown, larger ships. That's pretty much what we're looking for. Right, I need to my IDs, the name. Oh, there we go. Right, so we got to scan down one more here. This is probably going to be a combat site or a data relic site. Wow. Scanning difficulty unknown. Even with my super duper scanning abilities, this one's still being difficult. More reason that it's probably not a wormhole and probably not a gas site. Data site. All right. So we're going to go into this wormhole right here. Check it out. See what the guy's doing here. He's still mining. All right. So we are, with all this discussion of different ship types and using them all, we're going to build all of them and we're going to run all of them in a fleet, and or at least I'm going to do that on the show. So a fleet of 5 with a, you know, with a Orca and possibly a freighter, and you know, just see how they work out and stuff. We'll figure all these things out and come up with the best recommendations based on, you know, whatever area of space you're at. Mary, thank you for following. Welcome. There's a free port in here. How free is it? There's a D845 wormhole. Solar cell. Yeah, this is not what I'm looking for. That's nice that there's a free port in here. But it doesn't actually necessarily mean that it's really a free port, if you know what I mean. It could mean that it is
warp drive active.
Actually a really great way to mine kills. Be something like that. These rocks actually have not been very big. It's probably not a very big pull here. R943. Unknown, deep, larger ships. Not yet had stability disrupted. Let's go. Hey, we could actually do some studies of ship kills and where they're being killed at, too. You know, like where they're used at the most and where they're being killed. Wow, there's a lot of stations in here. This is not what I'm looking for. Just given the fact that there's stations in here. There's a Prometheus Fortizar in here. What is a Prometheus Fortizar? It's got me curious what this system is. All right, so there's been 7 kills in here today. That's class 2 wormhole. It does not have a static. It does not have a static high sec. Prometheus is an upgrade Fortizar, special edition, structure, limited numbers. Interesting. Minmatar space station transformed. So they must have moved it. They must have taken it from Minmatar space and moved it in here. Which means that they are probably pretty protective of this place. The Corp has no name. Oh god. And Odin's Call. Yeah, Odin's Call is all over the place in here. So they're probably the ones that that own it. I'll bet. No bio on it. Odin's Call. They have 175 members. So, yeah, they're pretty good size. (2015). No wars. They're probably primarily in here. All right, we'll head on out. Yeah, it does take balls to deploy an irreplaceable item in wormhole space. So, it's up to them. Stiletto. Unscan. All right, so that was those sites.
Warp drive active.
You haven't played in years, Noobish Gamer? I mean, if you enjoyed it and you come back, it's like riding a bicycle, except now your bicycle's all tricked out and has a whole bunch of new stuff, a bunch of new options and everything. And thank you for the follow, Noobish Gamer. One signature in here. Another thing about searching HiSec is that the probability is that they are wormholes. Because all the other sites, people run them. Yeah, this is, if you haven't been in a few years, this is the new probe scanner interface. Hey, so if my theory is correct, this is not a wormhole. Because it would have said wormhole on my first attempt if it was. And combat. But the scan power I've got, I got it in 2 shots again. It's great. I'm really digging this setup, even though it's expensive. The ship's not very expensive.
Rock.
Pod is 25 months. Salt Spider. All right, 500 gold. Everybody here in Salt Spider's honor. Thank you so much for that long-term support, buddy. I appreciate it. I'm the only one in this system. Alright, so I haven't been running into this problem too much because adding to the scanning stuff. So let's scan again here like this and go down to 4AU. Again, my theory is that they're not wormholes, although I didn't directly scan on one of them. They just both appeared kind of in the same pattern. And they're both not wormholes. So I'm kind of figuring some stuff out here. It's more of, you know, empirical data. I'm just testing things out. It's not a book smart type of thing. It's just something I'm noticing here with this scan strength. Have the answer about the J0 question? J0s are shattered wormholes. That's what we're looking for. There's Tatara and HiSec here. Why? Let's bring up structure browser. So they charge 2% tax. We don't know what they... What does their bio say? Nothing. Huh. So you don't know what they're mining. This is the kind of place that a 2% tax, if they've got all the rigs and they've pimped this thing out, a 2% tax is very acceptable for getting a higher yield, but what it gets a higher yield on is unknown because they don't say. So you'd have to go test it. You scan strength, you scan everything. Yeah, so I'm able to get wormholes in 2 scans now. I have 171 scan strength. This is not a wormhole. According to my theories, yeah, this is not a wormhole. This would be a combat or relic site, something like that. Oops. Alright, I got off the scan on that. Try again here. So it doesn't make me... It is greatly improving my results and my speed. Doesn't make me infallible, but... Oh, it is a wormhole. How interesting. Scanning difficulty 1. I must have just sucked at this, lining things up this time. Higher does make it easier. Yes.
Warp drive active.
Another wormhole. Alright. Scan this one down, then we'll check this other one out that we just landed at. It's a Z971, which I think is J-Space. These numbers all mean things. Okay, so J-Space, medium-sized, which means it's probably a C1. Check it out. Any PvP by chance today? Not intentionally. I could encounter it. I hope not. I'm really liking this ship, but it's possible. Anyone know about the Project Nova successor to Dust 514? I haven't heard Hilmar say it, but there was a news report from a conference in Croatia that he was apparently at where he said it was done, that it was not going to happen, but that they were still going to continue to try and do other games. So it's kind of a strange answer. Nothing on scan. Holy cow. Look at all of this stuff. Almost definitely this is a C1. Yeah, it's a C1. Low sec static. Yeah, there's nothing to see here. This you know, is interesting to look at or whatnot, but in the end, a C1 does not have enough content for us. At least for me. A C1 has good content for alphas and for people who are newer to wormhole space, but it's really just a stepping stone into bigger stuff. So, yeah. Let's go to this other wormhole.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I think Project Nova has been killed. CCP's not afraid to kill games if they don't feel like it's right. Unknown. Medium again. Probably another unexciting wormhole. Go peek in and look. Opolar plays. Yeah, this is another C1. Just by the sights I'm seeing, most likely it is. The reason we're not seeing stations in here and stuff is that, you know, the resources in here and stuff can all be found in HiSec. There's no, like, if you're going to do PI or you're going to do, you know, moon mining or whatnot, you may as well do it in HiSec because it's pretty much the same. And HiSec's a hell of a lot safer.
Warp drive active.
PI isn't the same. Wormholes have nullsec quality planets. All right, I'll give them that then. I've not been one for PI. I don't like PI. So... Wormhole. Combat site. Scan this other one down. Do alpha as a PI, PI as an alpha? Is that possible? See it somebody else saying.
The asteroid is depleted.
So, is it really a fact that an alpha can do PI?
Warp drive active.
I'll bet it has something to do with, well, he's trolling. Well, can you set up PI as an omega and then operate it as alpha? Is that possible? Mike, you remember the glider and WoW vids. So, Mike, check out !play money. Go check out the documentary film. There's a documentary film about it. And because those videos that you saw and everything that we did, there is actually a lot more to it. And most of you can find this on, well, Amazon in the US and UK. And there's the movie poster for it. Yeah, you can check that out. There's some links in the description too. Yeah, Inclusive says great movie, highly recommend it. Yeah, it's really good. Especially if you saw some of my videos back in the day and everything, and you've been around a long time, you will totally get this documentary. I mean, it'll just totally click with you. So, I am proud of the fact that got that done. It is, however, there is definitely, took a long time. It's a very long time. All right. So K162, that means that it exits here. There's an entrance and an exit to each wormhole. I am looking on these other characters for more stuff to mine. Like we are running out of crocate. Yep. We've run out of crocate in this other area. There is Jaspit. Jaspit is good pay.
The asteroid is depleted.
Oh man, more of them. Okay, I got several that gotta back up here. Wait, there's nobody on that one? How come? Fill up or something? Maybe somebody left it? Alright. Oh, I guess I'll do that one. Right. Then this one. He also ran out. Start heading for the Jaspit. I think there's nobody on that one, okay. Okay, so let's look at this. Larger ships. It's in good shape. By the way, high-sec wormholes go away much quicker on weekends too. Actually, all wormholes go away. They have lower lifespan on weekends, and it's because there's just a lot more traffic going through them. MooseArmy alpha friendly? You'd have to ask. I think the answer is no. MooseArmy in-game channel, you could ask them. I think the answer is no, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And but there are some corps that are alpha friendly. Okay, I have word that no, MooseArmy is not alpha friendly. There are some corps in test that are alpha friendly. MooseArmy is in test. But I don't have much experience with them. So I almost thought this was a J0, but it's a J10. This is probably a C3. Okay, we're heading back out.
Drive active.
Exports are not available to alphas. Okay, back to that discussion of an alpha during PI. All right. Well, there are a couple of sites in here. So I see you guys talking about shuffling around ore and stuff after you got a bunch. Yeah, that's part of it. You know, you kind of want to have a freighter. And so
The asteroid is depleted.
then also you'll want to compress stuff. And in all reality, you also do not want to be carrying a full freighter of compressed stuff through any pinch points, because you will lose that freighter. It's too much value to put in a freighter. You'd use a DST. So
Warp drive active.
unknown, larger. Okay. This is the kind we want. This is static. B274 typically equals static. There are stations in here. They have been running the sites in here. There's not a whole lot in here. Let's see if I'm right on the B274 being static. I think I am, but yes, high sec is static. It has a static to a C1 as well. How interesting. It's kind of a downgrade. One of these has static to like a C4 though. Be really good content. All right, moving on from here then. I'll hit the button. Go.
Warp drive active.
There we go. One item in here. So I've heard of a service that I can pay $350 million to locate me systems per system. So it'd be what? Get 20 of them, be about 7 billion, right? I could just pay somebody. Whoa! I didn't get... Oh, because I only did down to 4. God, I didn't follow my own process to get it in 2. All right. Yeah, I forgot that I take it down to 2 AU after my 8 AU one. Because it got it to 99% there. Maybe when I'm fully skilled, I'm at 171 pro power right now, and I have a couple things left to train, and then we'll see what we're at. Might be able to get him second one on that.
Warp drive active.
Saw a vengeance ship. I see those very often. Okay, so this exit's here. Unknown, larger. I remember when I used to be really afraid of wormholes. But once you know more, there's less to be afraid of, because you're just scared of the unknown. Most likely a C3, based on these that I'm seeing here. These pay pretty good. The Oru's construct pays pretty good. Post Frontier Stronghold, 10 minutes of work, you can get 40 million loot. But there's no stations on scan. But it's not a J0. Joe Mama. Thank you for the support.
Warp drive active.
So, and this, folks, is the beauty of the Orca miners. They're all still making me money while we're out scanning everything. It's not huge amounts, but as long as the spice keeps flowing. Oh, speaking of spice flowing, if you've got Amazon Prime, Dune, the original Dune just appeared on Amazon Prime. Yep. I think we're going to watch that tonight. It's on Amazon Prime. Prime Video. Yeah, Dune. At least in the US, they get all hinky about different countries, but at least in the US, there's nothing in here. It was a dead end. All right. I haven't seen it in quite a while. I haven't seen Dune in quite a while. I've been waiting for it to come up, you know, Netflix, Hulu. Noticed it last night on Amazon Prime. I'm like, oh, yes. Alrighty then. I'm down for that. And they are officially filming the next Dune movie. So I think there's 2 Dune movies and a television series that have been commissioned on Dune. So, good stuff.
Warp drive active.
I don't know that they're remaking it. It might be you know, continuation. So, but anyway, that stuff is coming out. So, you know, maybe next year we're going to see a Dune movie, another Dune movie. And the original one, it's on Amazon Prime, at least in the US. You have to look for your country, see if it's there. But, yeah, I was happy to see that. Also played the RTS Dune 2. Yeah, actually, I did too. Yeah, I played at least one Dune video game. It was on your 386 SX25. Oh my god. What is Amazon Prime? You've never heard of it? I think you are joking, but if you haven't... Well, if you don't pay for Amazon Prime, then you wouldn't... It's possible. If you don't know what it is, then it's possible you don't pay for Amazon Prime, and so it doesn't matter, you can't watch it for free. There we go.
Warp drive active.
Alright, going back through a system I've been through already.
Active.
Let's see here. Start sloughing some of this off into my other holds here. Well, looks like it came through here too. I didn't realize I was going through so much of same space I had been through.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Kurzan Palapajana. I don't know if I said that right, but thank you for following. Welcome. Fun game came out after Command and Conquer did. Yeah. Oh. All right. We have something to scan down in here. Yeah, pauses are going away. See that discussion there? Look at that. First shot got that 96.7%. It's not one that we're interested in, though.
Drive active.
Yeah, all of the pauses are being replaced by citadels. They're in the final phase of it. There's only a couple more things left for them to do before they pull all the pauses. You already can't place any new ones. No signatures in here.
Warp drive active.
Citadels are so dang expensive. Alright, so yeah, how much is a Citadel hull? How much is a Citadel hull? Is it like 600 million or something like that? Astrahus is 1 billion? Really? For the hull? I thought it was cheaper than that. A Ritaru is 600 million. Alright, so maybe a Ritaru. Yeah, so is that why Ritarus, that they try and set those up in our space in, because they're cheap? Get opposition setting up those in our space sometimes. Damn pop-up getting in my way. I wonder if I can turn down tooltips delay. No, there, maybe that'll make a difference.
Warp drive active.
No, look at that. It instantly pops up. That's not a tooltip. Interest. This is an exit hole, so we don't have any idea what it goes to, except it leads to unknown. It's reaching the end of natural lifetime medium, so it's probably a C1. It should last long enough for me to go in and take a look and come back out. At this point, I will take some C1s if I find them that are the J0s. I will park somebody in it just to see what the opportunities are in it, but I think that they're just going to be really light and not really worth it. It's not a J0. It does look like it is a C1. Looks pretty unremarkable. Taro is 483 million. It's a good price for just throwing up a structure. You know, one that you consider to be disposable. Like, you just put minimal stuff on it to keep it up. Hey, we're going into Sharu. Sharu is the first home system I ever lived in. The Hogs used to be based out of Sharu. Taros are down 33% in 3 months. Interesting. Should look at how to fit one up for setting one up in wormhole space or junk space. You know, just have a station for an operating base. One that is really considered to be disposable. Okay, there's nothing in here.
Warp drive active.
2 stages, low power Citadel bash. First one knocks off shield and armor. And then you have the timer for the hull, I believe. One signature in here. This is all Sisters of Eve territory. This is where Sisters of Eve missions take place. They start. Okay, we got a wormhole here. It's a pretty good area to live in if you like Sisters of Eve stuff. When pause go, what's the new way to get PI off planets? I don't know, does it require... It doesn't require a pause to get it PI off a planet. That's POCO. Yeah. Yeah, different thing.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about those being replaced. Those are kind of indestructible. I mean, I know you bash them to change ownership, but they're kind of indestructible and probably not going to be made player-made. I don't know, they might do something with that, though. They could certainly change the way that those operate. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't surprise me. Unknown, reaching the end of natural lifetime, medium-sized ships, blah, 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 blah. Player one, you're asking about test stuff. I actually don't know the answer on that. I haven't played on my Null stuff in a while. I'm still in test, but I haven't played on my Null stuff in a while. Wow, they've been running everything in here. There's a lot of shit in here, too. All right. I have not seen anyone else on any of these holes. Sometimes you go into one of these holes, and voila, bubbles go up, ships appear, they target you. Yeah. Things get hairy.
Warp drive active.
All right, flying to the next system here. Don't forget, we are giving away a Procurer skin today. Exclamation point giveaway in chat. I'll get you a link to our store. You got to be logged in, and then basically it's almost like buying this, but you're not. It's a free checkout. So once you're logged in, put in your game name, Twitch name, YouTube name, whatever name you want me to read off when you win. You're in the white box. Add it to your cart. Check out for free. And we'll draw that near the end of the show. If you have to take off before the end of the show, no sweat. And because we'll send it to you anyway. All right. Got a couple of signatures in here. Two wormholes! Woohoo! Look at that, they're both like right there, next to each other. It's kind of interesting. Can I nail it right in the middle of them? Let's try it. See if I can get both in one shot. 2 for 1. Here we go. Got one. Got the other one to 93%. check this one out first.
Warp drive active.
Spending money you don't have is the American way. No, that's not an American thing. That's just dumb. Unknown. End of natural ice. Medium again. Man, these wormholes been sucking out here. Let's go check in. There's another Tatara here. It's a refinery, Freeport. Scanner probes. There's a lot of sites in here. This might be a C4. But it's not the right type we're looking for. Okay, we'll go to this other one here.
Active.
Maybe we'll get lucky there. Status update. Viewer that got the one that got put up last week. Still live. Still live. Yes. They called off the war after I went and bumped them and some other stuff. Okay, larger ships. J-Space. This has a lot more of a chance to be what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. C2, most likely. I'm basing that off of seeing a solar cell in here.
Warp drive active.
Signatures.
Warp drive active.
Solar cell, it's a sleeper site, just pure combat site. If I remember right, it's about 40 million worth of loot. Can be done in about 10 minutes. I can do them about 10 minutes with my Paladin. I haven't tried them yet with my Tengu. I have a Tengu that's very well suited for that kind of stuff too, and I haven't tried it with it. But yeah, I will be later. Probably going to be the getting into the wormhole stuff is probably going to be, you know, a month away because I need all of my characters for all of this other stuff I'm doing. So I don't have a free Orca pilot to sustain combat operations in a Shattered. Although I have thought about training a second character on an account as an Orca pilot, just to be an Orca sitter, and and, you know, provide that in a wormhole, because they really don't have to be able to do very much. The Orca pilots don't need to be able to mine. They just need to be able to cloak. They need to be able to fly an Orca. They probably should have skills up so they have, you know, the bigger bays. But even that's not 100% necessary. And they need to have remote armor and remote hull repair. Just at the very, very last, you know, little bit. Someone is at my door. And there is a giant box out there in an Amazon truck, and they put it in front of the door. My wife yells at them all the time to not put them in front of the door, because our door opens out, and but it's a different driver every time, so yeah. Actually, I know what it is. You can leave it out there. It's a cat box.
It doesn't weigh anything.
I know, it's a litter box. It's just, I ordered a litter box of him.
Where do you want to make a house for the cats?
Well, now he has a box. You can open it and get he can have the box.
Okay.
Yeah, I ordered a new cat
The
box.
asteroid is depleted.
Alright, now one of my guys is needing more stuff to mine. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that this thing that I'm scanning down is not a wormhole. If it doesn't say wormhole on the first scan, it typically is not. It's been my opinion so far, but we'll see. And it's wormhole. All right. Wait, so this guy right here that is suspect, I saw him fly by me. He was in Helios. I do not have any combat stuff on this character. So I just have to be aware of that, you know? Put everything into scanning. Unknown, larger ships, blah, blah, blah. These different colors mean different things, like this little bit of a pinkish tinge means something. You can identify what kind of space they go to, like the sea level, based upon the color. Also, you can identify high sec, low sec, null sec, J space. There's a whole grid of them, but I am not trained enough in this to be able to just spot the colors. 64-bit client will allow for more memory. That is going to be the biggest deal. That's memory swapping is why people crash a lot in large battles. Nothing in here to be seen. And then also they're upgrading the game to DirectX 12, which that is going to bring a lot of visual differences.
Warp drive active.
64-bit prequel to DX12. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they have to be in a particular order. I mean, I'm sure they already know the order that they're doing these things in, but I don't know if there is a particular order that's required. If your computer hates it whenever you got something with DX12 going on, then you've probably got some sort of driver issue, some sort of software issue. That would be my guess. I don't know that for sure, but that'd just be, we'll call that my educated guess. Another wormhole. All right. What? Why is this one being so hard to scan down? What's its scan difficulty level? 3? What? Is it a really special wormhole? Am I running into a Thera wormhole here? Golly. Only once have I actually ever found a Thera wormhole.
The asteroid
And
is
I seem to
depleted.
remember that it was different as well.
Warp drive active. The asteroid is depleted.
More than one simultaneously. Oh no. This wormhole is an M555. Before I go in and look at it, I do want to get... Oh, this one over here needs another one too. All right. So this is an M555. Dangerous, unknown parts of space, unstable. Very large ships can pass through. Hey, here, let me hide my screen here for just a second. One of these sites shows my IP, and I just don't like it. All right. So, I have found what this is. Okay. It is a Class 5 wormhole. So, it's a big one. And that's probably why it was harder to scan down. This is probably a random hole here. And it probably does not have any high-sec static. There are a couple that have high-sec statics, but it's not very common. I could encounter carriers on the other side of this. Shit. Let's look it up just for fun. See what kind of stuff is going on in here. Okay, so it is class 5. It has a static to another class 5. Sometimes it gets high sec wormholes. So some rattlesnakes dying in here. To group. Huh. Doesn't look like this is really well controlled by anybody. Yeah, it actually doesn't look like somebody's living in here per se. It's interesting. You know, if it pops up, you know, with a high sec every few days, get stuff in and out, then it could be an interesting place to live. There is somebody in here. The Unbound. 7 members? Yeah, that's not, Hey, if you put in a, like I know that for wars you have to have, don't you have to have a high sec station? But if you put something only in a wormhole space, then you can't be war decked? Would that be right? Go to the Citadel and see if it's low power. I'm already headed out. It's an interesting system, but you know. Okay, we got another wormhole to look at.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, there was something about it having to own a structure, but then these latest changes, I think you have to have a structure that is in high sec, that is the war stronghold or pinpoint, something like that. I think that was some of the new stuff. Unknown parts, larger ships. I'm just wondering if, like, my corp placed a structure in wormhole space, if they couldn't be war decked. Yeah, the recent changes last Tuesday, they put in more changes on the war decking system. Okay, this is a C1 or a C2.
Drive active. Drive active.
is shown as war eligible and you don't think you have structure in high sec? Okay, there was something about, maybe it hasn't gone into place yet, but there was something about that structure, when taken out, the war is over. And that it has to be in high sec. To declare war. So you don't have to declare war in wormhole space. So, or in null, or in low sec. It's only in high sec if you want to attack a structure that you have to declare war. Yeah, okay, in order to declare war, they have to have that, okay. So, I think you have to own a high-sec station for anybody to declare war on you. I think that's how I read it. To declare war, you have to own a high-sec station. But to be war declared, I believe you also have to have a high-sec station. So, that's my understanding. I'm not 100% on that, but that's my understanding. I feel like that needs to be tested or something. What if the corp only has POCOs? Well, those might be considered a structure, right? I don't know. That's a good question. So I can't read that link that you sent right now, but POCOs are considered structures and will make you war eligible. Okay, I would think that that sounds about right. And so would that be your structure in high sec though? Oh, I should have gone down to 2. Just a little bit further. I got it.
Warp drive active.
An A641, and it's blue. Ah, this is high sec to high sec. Let's just go look through. We're in every shore right now. See where it takes us. Takes us over to the Citadel. Hey. Well, that could save you trips
Warp
up to
drive
Jita.
active.
So, I'm going to do final call here on the giveaway. We're going to draw on this shortly. Procure skin, exclamation point giveaway. And got to have an account in our store. Add this to your cart, put your game name, Twitch name, YouTube name, whatever name you want me to read off when you win in the white box here. Add it to your cart, check out for free. Get an email confirming. And then the draw, and we'll send it to the winner via email. It'll be in just a little bit here. I usually end my Saturday shows earlier, get my weekend started. Wormhole, all right.
Warp drive active.
This one is very pink. It was on that side. Interesting. Okay. J space, larger ships. First thing, if you see any structures in here, it's not J0 space. It's your first indication, because there can't be any structures in there. Alright, I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back, everybody. Right. They're all still mining. How about this guy? Yep, he's still going. Great.
Warp drive active.
Have to go through about 100 wormholes to find one J0. I've not done 100 today. But I've done around 100 since the last one I found. So, you know, that could be something. Statistically, I'm due to find another. So I already went through the system. Nothing to scan down in here. Oh my.
Active.
Alright, couple to scan down in here. I'm so glad that it used to be that, you know, it didn't remember any of them. You leave the system and you come in here and it looked just like this, even though you just scanned them down a few minutes before. Now it remembers. How many people would you need to have small corp living in J space? Well, I think that if you're stealthy about it, you could do it as Corp of 1. In all seriousness. If you treat your structure as disposable. So, you know, you take materials out of there as you build them up. Don't let the value get too high.
Drive active.
Okay, we got 2 of them in here. R943. Unknown. Larger ships. Yeah, you know, Rataru. So I've made enough in one day with the venture to pay for Rataru. You know, you just have to have a basic fit on it, fuel it so that it has a little bit better. If it's low power, I think that if it's low power in a wormhole, I think the entire thing can be taken out in one session. All right. This is not the one I am looking for. Yeah, I don't know. This might be a C2 or C3. It's not what I'm looking for. You can find wormholes where no one else is living in them. Why do you keep telling me to mark the exit? I mean, I'm not leaving it. If it's a J0, then I'll mark it, but otherwise, I'm not worrying about it. So I'm just coming right back out.
Drive active.
Yeah, well, if you don't leave it, you don't have to mark it. If I was going to go looking around at other stuff in there, then yeah, I would have to mark it. Yeah, and I could scan it down pretty quick, too, if I made the mistake. Not that I want to make the mistake, I'm just saying. This thing is such an awesome scanning ship. Hey, more J-space, medium, probably to a C1. I've not found any Jambulators yet, no. And I haven't found any J0s yet either. It's a J0! Oh my god! Okay, we are marking the exit here. Sweet! Alright. So, yeah, this is cool looking. Alright, so let's see here.
Warp drive active.
What's a J0? This is a shattered wormhole. They're rare, hard to find, and so just found one. There's 26 of them I've been looking for. I do not know if this one's on the list. Look at all that ice.
Is depleted.
That's some mega ice. It's about 5 billion worth of ice here. Yeah. Let me check this guy out real quick here. Okay, so we'll look up this system, see what we can find out about it. I'll be building an alpha character to put into it, most likely.
You, sir, rock.
It's class 1. Darn it. Does have a high sec static, but it's class 1. Leroy the Squirrel. Thank you for 21 months as a sub. There is 210 gold to everybody here in your honor. All right, so this is actually not on my list. This is a cataclysmic variable system. It's class 1. It has capacitor capacity plus 30%. It has capacitor recharge time plus 15%. Which, being a plus, I believe that it means it's 15% faster.
You,
Armor
sir,
repair,
rock.
minus 15%. Shield repair, minus 15%. Local remote armor repair, plus 30%, so there's a bonus to that. Remote cap transmitter, negative 15%. And shield transfer amount, plus 30%. 18 kills in the last 56 days. Most recent one was 5 days ago. Meaning that it's not real active. All these small ships in here. Now, here's the problem. Are these all medium wormholes in here? There's not very much action in here. This might be a bust. If I can't get how do I tell the wormhole types in here? There's a static null sec and a static high sec. Well, it says it has wandering C6. This high sec
User
one was only
rock.
medium. So, Computersaurus, thank you for subbing. All right, let me hook you up. There's 1,000 gold to you. Spend that however you want. Dungeon raids, Dancers of the Space Prince. Everybody give it up for Computersaurus. There's another 10 gold to everybody here in your honor. So thank you, thank you. And then, oh, watch this. 6 months as a sub. He's on the tier 3. That is a 5 times bonus, guys, for watch this. So that's 300 gold to everybody here in Watch This's honor. Watch This has the potential of, you know, when you get up into the multiple years and you get that other doublings, that it could be astronomical amounts. But anyway, that is a tier 3 sub. So thank you very much. It's the highest you can go. Watch This. I appreciate it. There's 300 gold to everybody here in your honor. So thank you, thank you. So, yeah, oh yeah, and Watch This has those special emoticons that, like that rainbow dragon. Yeah. Tier 3 is as rare as a Jumbulator? Almost. I think a Jumbulator is a little bit more rare. I haven't found one yet. Yeah, we've not found any Jumbulators yet. Rumored to be in null space.
User rock.
What? Player 1AZ just subbed on a tier 3. Well, thank you, thank you. You rock. Now, player 1AZ can use the rainbow dragon as well. So that's pretty cool. All right, thank you for that mega support. Let's see here. Let's hook you up. So, since it's basically, you're paying 5 times as much, it's a 5 times that I'm paying out for you. So there's 5,000 gold to you. Spend however you want. Dungeon raids, Dancers of the Space Prince. And then another 50 gold to everybody here in your honor. We give it up for Player 1AZ. I appreciate the support. All right. So Player 1AZ, did it really give you the... Did I read that wrong? That it was just a regular one? It's tier 1. Oh well, bank error in your favor. I read it. I guess I read it as part of the previous alert. Alright. Anyway, bank error in your favor. Still, just as much thanks to you. I appreciate it. Alright. So, let's see here. Let's scan down some stuff. This is a T1. Phase catalyst nodes. Phase catalyst node, 9 million in loot. See, in the C1s here, 12 million, 9 million, 8 million, 10 million, 9 million, 12, 10, 11. The loot is shit. Yeah, there's just not really... Now there's a shattered debris field, which, let's go there,
Warp drive
take a look.
active.
Pull in these probes. There are wormholes there. I've never tried going in one. Ooh, I might have to run really quick too if I land into some shit. I didn't think about that. This is not a tanky ship at all. Alright. So, yeah, the shattered debris field, that's not it. Let's see here. Maybe it's the epicenter I'm thinking of.
Warp drive active.
Like, is this something that I can... Nah, it doesn't look like I can... It's a violent wormhole. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can enter those. I've noticed those before. Alright. Well, I think that really this is not good enough to do anything. Even scanning these things down, the best I'm going to have is maybe a C2 site in here occasionally. There's just not going to be enough content in here for me. So as exciting as it is to have found a J0, I don't think it's going to work. So, yeah. Sancha wormhole's great. I know where one of them is. Alright. We're heading out of here.
Warp drive active.
There's just nothing in here for me, and even though that ice field looks so amazing, it's really not. Alright, we're gonna do the draw. We're gonna get out of here and we're gonna call it good. Yeah, this is why I don't have the C1s on my list. C2s are worth it. C3's nice. C4, pretty good. So... I don't remember if I checked out the other wormhole in here. Let's go look at it.
Warp drive active.
J0 wormhole is shattered, and I'm looking for them because they're really great money-making opportunities if you do it well. But they're very specialized. There's no structures in them or anything. All the planets are shattered. And so... venture in here. There are structures in here. Yeah, this is, maybe I was already in this one. It's not quite what I'm looking for. So, you know, you can make really good money in some of these.
Warp drive active.
It's got to be the right setup, right stuff. All right, so we are gonna dock up. We're gonna do a draw.
Docking permission requested.
We're gonna call it good.
Docking request accepted.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Jamil Thomas, thank you for following. Welcome. Right, so I'm gonna draw this procure. All right, so if you're the winner, you'll receive an email from our store stating as such. Actually, it'll be a reply to the email you got confirming your entry. And except it'll have a code in it and instructions on how to redeem it. And if you put in your name in there, I'll read that off along with the message. If you just put in a message, I'll read off your real first name and just last initial so that you know who you are, but still keep your anonymity. All right, and this is for the Load Strike Procurer skin. Congratulations to Eruz, E-R-U-Z, Eruz. You are the winner. All right, check your email. You'll find that contained within. Okay, so anyway, that's going to be it for today. Everybody have a great weekend. I'm going to go have a great weekend. I'm probably going to go watch Dune now that it's on Amazon Prime. And, you know, just chill. So, next show is Tuesday. I will see you all then. And don't forget to tip the station owners where you're mining.